UI, you can observe the data you loaded into the system. Here on this overview page, you see the data source, how many files you uploaded to this data source, or like to the same schema, how many attributes were processed, and the average record count. You can specify the particular timestamp when you load it to narrow these results down. It also shows some basic profiling information, such as unique values, empty values, completeness and correctness ratios that Telmai calculates. You can further go and drill down into the data to understand what is exactly wrong and further help you narrow down the definition of correctness of the data. Here you will have to first select the data source, select the particular timestamp you want to process the data from, or actually you can select multiple. But for this exercise we'll select only one. And finally select the attribute. So this is the SSM in this case. So right away you see the extracted patterns with their corresponding counts. So there are 61,000 records which had this format of the SSN number. You can select immediately those which are incorrect, so they will be removed from the equation, so you can focus on the proper formats if there are any anomalies in this data. For example, we clearly see there are a lot of different templates. Someone entered dummy SSN numbers, and there were like 59 records having this SSN number. So by analyzing it this way, you can very clearly see like where this is template, where is the actual data. You can also see the distributions that we calculate automatically up front, like distributions for the value frequency, the value length, and any other characteristics like number of spaces, special character, number of words and tokens, and many more. All the statistical information goes into the Telmai statistical model, which calculates the score for each of these individual components: frequency, lengths, spaces, special characters, and so on. So you can further sort this data by each of those aspects, which can be very helpful further to drilling down and narrowing down the types of the problems. And finally, it combines all of these scores and produces the single data quality score of the data, or anomaly score, where you can see the lower the score, the more anomalous the data is, the higher the score, the more uniform the data is. So you can click on any of the section of the chart and see what are these values and why they were captured as anomalous. Like in this case, it was frequency. Once you have done this and you started uploading data regularly, you can see how the quality of the data was changing over time. This is the trends monitoring. You can see the volumes of the data loaded at any given point in time, as well as completeness and correctness trends. We notice that there is a sharp drop in the completeness for one of the attributes, for the phone number. Thanks for your attention.